Matt Sherwood, and I wanted to tell you about how I saved lives today in Yellowstone National Park. Yes, I am a hero of sorts. I don't really like to use that label. You know, I'll accept it if you call me that. I'll accept that. But I don't like to paint myself with that type of brush. But I am responsible for helping ensure the safety of visitors at Yellowstone today. So here's what happened. I was in the upper basin, which is where Old Faithful is, and I was walking around with my camera taking photos, and I wanted to go see the Morning Glory hot springs. Morning Glory hot springs is like this rainbow. It's gorgeous, and I'm approaching Rainbow Hot Springs, and I hear someone say, "Oh, do you see that over there? There's a black bear." And I look off to the side, and I can see through the trees a shadow or a dark figure moving through the woods, and I realized that I saw it through the clearing, and it was a black bear. It was way across the river, safe distance. And they say in Yosemite that you want to keep all wildlife within 100-yard radius. So a football field, just a football field. Sure, no problem, just a football field. Okay, well, I guess that seems safe. Bottom line is, curiosity is an intense and powerful thing. So I see this bear, and I was like, oh man, I just caught the tail end of it, and the rest of the people saw it, you know, sipping off the water in the stream or something, and I was kind of disappointed. So I'm like, I want more. And I approach Morning Glory, the hot springs, and I hear someone say, oh, by the way, there's a grizzly, there's a mama grizzly and her cubs right off the trail, right past Morning Glory. And I just perked up, and I got excited and intrigued because, you know, I love wild animals. And as long as I know that I just keep them a football field's length, then that I'm good. So anyway, I see the rangers start coming through, or whatever, park assistants. And there's two of them, Dave and Marge. And so I said, hey, do you mind if I tag along? And they said, yeah, we're just going to go down this trail and see if there's a bear there. And I was like, okay, cool, I'm in, count me in. So we walked down there. No sign of the bear. We get to this one hot springs, and there was some people that said, oh yeah, we saw it, it was back here, and you know, here's where it was. And we said, okay. So, you know, Dave and Marge and I start backtracking, and we're just chatting it up and talking, and we're keeping our head on a swivel, and I'm telling them stories, blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden I spot it, and I was like, oh guys, right there. Now at this point, the mama and her two cubs were probably only 50 yards away. That's half a football field. So, I mean, we're in the end zone, and they're at like the 50-yard line. And so we see them, and Dave is like, oh yeah. He's like, good eye, Matt, good eye. I felt really proud at that moment because I like made them safer really by spotting this Grizz and her cubs. I think they were proud of me. You know, it was like, good eye, Matt. You know, they were like, he's one of us now. He's like, he's part of the park system. And I felt like a real assistant at that point. But yeah, we spotted them, and you know, I can't help but like take a couple of snaps, and I'm sort of like trying to get a better angle, and Dave's like, Matt, stay on the trail. You know, meanwhile, he's like well off the trail. I'm like, okay, Dave, no problem. You know, and so Marge and I kind of backtrack, and Dave says, I'm gonna go this way and make sure I can keep him in sight. And so we waited there for a while. And Marge was like, yeah, we can't go down there if they're, you know, close to the trail. We can't even go near there. So we waited a little bit, and we hear from Dave on the radio, and he says, okay, guys, you know, you can come on down the trail, but just be you know, make a lot of noise, and I'll keep an eye on them. And so we backtracked down the trail, and we see them off in the distance, and sure enough, they're just hanging out and not really noticing us. And it was exhilarating. It was exhilarating. I got a couple more snaps. I don't even know how they came out, but man, today in Yellowstone National Park in the Upper Basin, I saw 3 grizzly bears, 1 black bear, an elk, a bison, a coyote. A coyote ran right next to us, 20 yards away, right on the trail. And I also saw some marmots, and maybe even a couple like squirrels or chipmunks. But wow, what an exciting day in Yellowstone. And I helped protect not only the wildlife, but the people visiting the park. So you can thank me for helping ensure the safety here in Wyoming. hero? That's for you to judge. I will accept the moniker if you give it to me, but I'm not expecting it. More soon.